well, look what the wind blew in. So you want to learn about the music business, huh? All right, let's get started on REN 101. Okay, today we're going to talk about touring, which is one of the most important aspects of an artist's career if you intend to make this a living. Specifically, today we're going to talk about the tour manager. For any artist that's looking to make a career out of the music business, you need to figure out how to build a touring business. And part of that is going out and getting on the road and touring. And one of the key people in keeping that whole proposition together is your tour manager. Now, we talked earlier in segments, you might want to check back about what a manager's role and the agent's role and the promoter's role is. Once you get out on the road and you've got a tour booked, the guy that's responsible for the day-to-day stuff, the guy that becomes the manager per se, is your tour manager. What does a tour manager do? A tour manager, first and foremost, is in charge of all the travel arrangements. He's in charge of the logistics. So if you're traveling in a bus or you're traveling in a van, his job is to figure out how to get you from point A to point B. So they might be charting the path that you're going to drive if you're driving yourself. When you get to that city, you're going to have hotels. You're going to have a place to stay with your friends or whatever it might be. Your tour manager is the guy who's going to book that travel arrangements. If you're flying, he's going to book your flights. If you're traveling internationally, if you get to that point in your career, he's going to be the guy that's handling all the passports and dealing with the customs people. He's the guy that will be helping coordinate all your bags and so forth and so on. When you're out on tour, and you get to the city and you have a publicist that's doing their job and a record label that's doing their job, you're going to have promotional opportunities and things to handle during the day. The tour manager's job is to make sure that the band gets to all those engagements. His job is to make sure that that stuff is planned in the context of the day, so that you have time to do your press, you have time to have your dinner, you have time to do your sound check, you have time to do all the things you need to do before you play a great show. A tour manager is also the guy that deals with the promoter in terms of getting paid. That's a key part of this equation. So when you're out on the road, the band members aren't going to go deal with the promoter and get the money. Your tour manager is going to do that. When he's done getting the money on the tour, he's also the guy that's handling all of the business in the accounting. He's the guy keeping track of expenses. He's the guy handing money to your roadies to go for per diems and to go out and buy you some duct tape and so forth. So the tour manager is really the key guy. When people ask me all the time, do you go out on the road, Steve, with your bands? And I say, no, my job is to make sure that the itinerary and all of that stuff is planned. My job is to make sure that there are promotional opportunities, that the label and the promoter and the publicists are doing their jobs. The tour manager is the manager on the road. He's the guy that's in charge. Our tour manager is the captain on the road. And I might be the captain here in the office, but he's the guy that's making it happen on the road. If you got a great tour manager, it allows the band to concentrate on what they're doing, which is to give a great performance every night. If you're going to be on the road and you want to enjoy it, got to have a great tour manager.